Hello everybody, Micaiah here. Today I've come to show you a pretty interesting map that I took on the first day of this Astra season. It features one of the scariest harmonized units in the game, in my opinion. Harmonized Catria turning everybody into a brave weapon user is possibly one of the scariest effects I can think of in this game at this moment. But not only does this map feature her, but also Legendary Sigurd. Not only Legendary Sigurd, but also Duo Sigurd, making this a regular Dancer Trap turn 1 initiation map. Having a frontline Micaiah with guard, it's gonna be annoying to deal with, but fortunately for us, my Micaiah is able to tank her, so the real issue is always gonna be Sigurd and where to place the units so they're not in reach from everybody, so we can tank safely. Fortunately for me, the right side of the map is space enough so we can hide all our units and leave only the ones we want to get involved in turn 1. The position of the tactics room is going to be annoying during the whole fight because I'm gonna have to be hunkered down on that side of the map a lot of the time, and Astra is going to be pinned down by it a lot. Okay, the idea here now is to actually clear with Micaiah the breakable wall on the right side of the map and destroy the opera house with Astra. Asura's initial position is going to be such a way that she can actually give buffs to both Micaiah and Black Knight, and then find a way to snipe the concert hall while Micaiah destroys the blocks on the right side of the map. Also that Regin can actually stand on the spot and have a free way to go out on turn 2. Regin, while being on the other side of the map, is going to destroy the flowers and Canto all the way to the right side of the map. Micaiah is going to stand where the flowers that Regin destroyed were and destroy the healing tower for an easier cleanup on the following turns. Altina final position will be just where Micaiah started, and Black Knight is going to be just below Micaiah, so even with the increased range from Sigurd, neither of the range units can actually get to him. Leaving Plumeria to dance Micaiah from below is both a blessing and a curse, because while she's going to be locked down there, she's not going to get dragged down by the tactics room. In my original idea of how this first turn was going to be, the first unit to get baited would have been Legendary Sigurd. But the reality is that I completely forgot that Harmonized Catria also give ground orders to everybody at 2 spaces from her, which means that Micaiah also have ground orders. And in my calculations I predicted that Micaiah has to survive the encounter against my Micaiah. But my Micaiah should have enough buffs to survive their Micaiah, even if I am at a disadvantage in merges. So the real question would be how much damage would Micaiah end up doing? And one of the most fortunate parts of this map is that the person who made the map changed young Larachel's staff for a flash staff. In theory, it's actually better because you can actually apply flash to more than one unit at the time, but the real issue here, and what makes young Larachel so scary, is that her staff actually gives her the ability to be an incredibly powerful nuke, and the flash staff severely impacts her ability to deal damage. Considering this and the fact that she is actually running Restore, means that if she cannot guarantee a kill, she is going to heal someone, and in my original idea, she should not be able to kill Micaiah and thus choose to heal the other team's Micaiah, leaving her completely open in turn 2 to be sniped by my Micaiah.
Give your all.
Okay, now we have a little bit of a problem here. Seidos with her extended range from Sigurd last turn, it's literally in front of our faces. And we have to get rid of her because, well, if she's not dead, the next turn she's going to get danced and kill someone. And the best option I have right now to get rid of her, it's going to be Seidos. But unfortunately she's completely pinned down by the tactics room. So Altina is going to have to move her up. And while Regin can actually survive her hit, we need Regin to kill their Micaiah. Unfortunately, my Micaiah cannot deal right now with that Seidos, so Astra will have to take care of her any way possible. Still, the first real move I have to make, whether I like it or not, is to kill the Micaiah with Regin. Finding a spot where Regin can counter after getting the kill, it's a little complicated, but right now we're gonna leave her beside Black Knight and deal with the more immediate problem of Seidos. Unfortunately for me, Black Knight is not in a position where he can actually move anywhere in the map to be useful, and his current matchup with Seidos is not the best with the build I have. On the good side, Harmonized Katria is actually so far away she might not see combat until the very end of the match, and actually getting rid of Micaiah and Larachel is going to force Duo Sigurd into combat. He is way too close to the enemy team to wait for any other unit to move. I think one of the biggest issues I had with this turn is because even while it's pretty obvious that I just have to take out Seidos, Micaiah and Larachel, doing that without leaving a low resistance unit at the mercy of basically Duo Sigurd, it's not exactly easy because there is not that much space in which I can leave Regin without her getting sniped by Duo Sigurd. Even with the current buff Duo Sigurd has gone, he has, I think, more than enough resistance to completely obliterate Regin in a single attack. Especially because Regin HP is at max, which enables the wolf from the tomb that Sigurd has. But there is one thing that is very clear. Micaiah has to go, so Regin has to move first and take her out. Leaving her beside Black Knight, it's the only place where she is not completely blocking anybody. But that leaves her at range of Duo Sigurd. And the fact that Seidos still can survive a hit from Astra is really bad at the moment. Even if I can dance Altina and get the kill with that, I am left with no options to actually take Regin out of the danger. What I really wanted to do is try to see if there is a way that Regin can actually survive Sigurd and leave Black Knight there, so he will actually get rid of Mirabilis when she attacked Micaiah. Because I was planning to leave her there to be paid after killing Larachel. That way we can just leave Harmonized Katria as the last unit in the map, and all we need to do will be to get the pods. And even if the pod seems to be really far away, Regin still has 2 turns more for using Canto, which is another reason why I don't want to leave her closed in. But there is one thing that is still more present. I just have to kill Seidos. So dancing Altina to inflict the debuffs on Seidos so Astra is able to one-shot. It's the only correct answer at this moment for me. Killing Seidos leaves me with very few options to deal with Sigurd. But the immediate threat from Seidos is bigger because there are very few units that can actually tank her in my team at the moment. Which is why I think Dagger is such a great unit on Light Season. because blue right now it's a very powerful color in the weapon triangle at the moment. There are a ton of big red and blue threats in nether raids, so having a mythic that actually doesn't have a bad combat, being able to survive and even sometimes kill big blue units has a ton of value in nether raids right now. Now with the annoying mythic gun, Micaiah has to get rid of Lara Chill. Her flash is too big of a threat to actually leave her alive, and she actually can't get dance because the only unit that can counterattack her is Micaiah, and I am not sure either Raging or Black Knight can survive 2 encounters against Lara Chill. The good thing is that Micaiah is going to actually serve as a bait so Mirabilis doesn't go dance Catria when she comes down. And one of the things I was worried is because the AI has preference on actually attacking from the top of the map, and one of the reasons I don't want to actually bait Sigurd with Black Knight is because Katria is going to come down and she is going to reposition Mirabilis, and then things are going to get very complicated. So at this moment I'm really doing a lot of math, trying to see if Sigurd with his self buff and death blow is going to one-shot Reggie. That and the fact that he still has his Lul that will negate any buff I can give her makes the decision pretty clear. I have to let Micaiah deal with Mirabilis in any way she can, and I have to swap Regin with Black Knight. Black Knight has enough HP to actually survive the first hit from Duo Sigurd, and he will absolutely kill in retaliation, which is one of the best things that I can say about Black Knight. He actually gets a lot of kills. Between Black Luna and the fact that he has an actual speed stat makes him very easy to get doubles on either face. I do have to say that it is quite frustrating to see the game crash just as you're going to see what happens on the enemy face. But at least now we can guarantee that everybody is going to survive this turn. And we actually get the surprise that Mirabilis didn't choose the tile above Micaiah to attack, which makes for an easy pickings on the next turn. But the real problem right now is that we have to start thinking about the bots. And Bridal Catria is actually a lot closer than it was the turn before. Fortunately for me, it is still turn 3, so it means that Regin still has 2 more turns to use Canto. And while I would have loved to get the kill on Mirabilis with Astra, getting her out of Catria's range, it's going to be too much of a problem. So right now the best thing we can do is move Micaiah at least one step down and use Regin to snipe Mirabilis and Canto to safety from there in a position that will let us get the bots on the next turn. Then we have to dance Micaiah to get her out of the way where Bridal Catcher can actually reach her, and finally snipe the tactics room, which is going to be the way we get the second bot on the right side of the map, all in the next turn.
Understood.
Even if we leave Astra in the range of the enemy's wall tower, it's not going to do that much. I still have the healing tower in range to heal whatever the wall tower can do to her, and even Catria cannot reach her in any way at this moment, so there is literally no consequence from getting hit by it at the moment. Also, having taken their healing tower on turn 1 was actually a better decision than I anticipated. That way we can make sure that basically everybody on my team can take on Katria. And to be fair, I actually expected Katria to end up turn 1 in a further position than where she was, but the block AI helped a lot since she pulled back with her own Canto. But now with both bots taken, I guess we can let Plumeria finish this map. It's always nice to get a little more SP on your dancers. Overall, I think this map is actually a really good map. I had to think quite a bit on how to make my first turn, and even then on the second turn it wasn't exactly a free win. One of the things I still don't like about this map is that baby Larachel didn't have her roust and stuff. I think my mistake of not realizing that Micaiah was going to quad Larachel could actually have gotten that kill. Still, thank you very much for actually watching the match. I hope this gives you some ideas on how to tackle this kind of teams, and I hope our current season is not being too tough on you. Keep having fun with the game, see you around.